just finishing up the lesson on the covering of the leopard. You know, going into details about it. 'Cause a lot of people don't know. They're worshiping Satan, or they're putting on Satan unbeknownst to them, and the things that it brings to you when you put on strange garments. Even though the spirits you don't want, you like how it looks, but it comes with spirits, and they're attached to you whether you want them or not. So it's going to finish up the lesson. Pray the lesson continue to go out for edification in the spirit. Alright, so last night I couldn't get to the details of it how I wanted to because of having computer issues, but y'all will. That's fixed today, and we can just go how I was supposed to start it off. So I'm do a lot of history on this and just show you how it's been in the world for quite some time, from children to adolescents to adults, and whatnot in the history of it. Because like the scripture said, it's like in Jeremiah 10, it says, "Don't take the custom of the heathen." It's not your custom, even though it might look cool or whatnot. It might get your eye. Leave it alone because it's not yours. I'm going to touch on some, like I wanted to do last night, touch on some history of this. Again, Satan. This is Satan's world, just like in Job 9. I think it's Job 9, chapter 9. You always got to remember what world you're in. This is not Yahushua's kingdom.
That's right.
It's somebody's kingdom, but it's not Yah's. So you got to remember where you're at all times. You know what I'm saying? If you're in a crack house, remember you're in a crack house. Don't be shocked if they smoking crack. Right. Don't ask somebody to stop smoking crack in a crack house. They're going to look at you weird. Like, you're in a crack house. You know what I'm saying? And just like in Satan's world, that's why that's why the scripture say, "Come out of her, be separate." You're here, right, but you just got to be separate.
Right.
We're in a crack house right now. You know what I'm saying?
In the crack house.
Yeah. I don't think they're smoking crack in the top room floor, so I'm just gonna go to the top room floor. They not smoking crack in there. Okay, this is Job 9:24. "The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?" And we understand this is talking about Satan, and Satan doesn't. That's one thing big in the world. They hate judgmental people. It's different from being, unrighteous judging and being righteous judging. Unrighteous judging is obviously not good, but righteous judgment is good. You know what I'm saying? When you bring up your child, you judge your child all throughout your life. You know what I'm saying? When your parents judge you, they judge you all throughout your life, etc., etc. Judging is good, but it's righteous judgment that is good. But again, 24, "The earth is given into the hands of the wicked." And one of the things that Satan likes to use is the lust of the eye. Satan loves to use that, and just like he did with Eve, you know what I'm saying? That's how it all started. What Eve said, "The serpent beguiled me." That's the same. Satan ain't never changed it.
Look good.
It's just Satan just has corporized, modernized the beguiling. That's why you got devil's food cake. Duncan Hines had devil food cake. You know what I'm saying? We like, but it's so good. But they beguiled me to eat devil's eggs. Only thing I forgot about the devil's eggs were right. The devil's eggs. And we all ate. You know what I'm saying? Stuff. Chitlins and all that. You got to eat the chitlins and the black eyed peas, especially when you're southern. All right. So this is basically continue to the lesson. We're just gonna do some background like I was supposed to do yesterday. And get to the scriptures a little bit later. In the 1940s, saw the emergence of animal print during the early. So this is the 40s. So it's almost it's 2020 almost. So this is 60, 80 years. This been going on, and this is still popular today. So it's 80 years strong. This been going. How it's been popularized by Satan. That works out well for you, huh, Brother Ron? That works out well for you. Yeah.
I'm trying to be a little smart,
That too.
Yeah, I'm looking, right there. Okay. Glory to God. All right. The 1940s saw the emergence of animal print during the early stage of the women's movement. When did this come along? During the rebellion of the women. That's when it came. So Satan right on point. Oh, where it is, Becky or Samantha, Lakeisha, and all that. Liberator, pioneer like Betty Page were the inspiration for animal prints. And I guarantee you, I didn't do no research on them, but I guarantee you that they'll lead to Satan worship. I guarantee you, Betty person. Inspiration for animal print to be sexy and fashionable. So, and again, it was good to study history because we understand it was a more conservative time in the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, and they're trying to bring sexy in. You can be liberated. You don't have to be, conservative or nothing like that. And that goes with whoredom. Whoredom is coming right after that. Women are supposed to be Proverb 31 women, classy. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want. You want a classy one. And what you do, you don't want a freak in the bedroom. You want a sexual, loving person in the bedroom, not a freak. Freak stuff. Do some freak stuff. We'll get to that later. I want to tell you, you want Songs of Solomon in the bedroom, not Rick James or freak stuff. Cheetah print, I believe, was her thing. The 1950s fashion designer Christy Dior. This is a very popular designer. Women love Dior. You get a woman, Christian Dior. I mean, you basically just gave her the world. Was fascinated by leopard print. Dior followed his heart and infused his accessories lines and campaigns with leopard. The forward movement redefined animal print to a level of a sophistication and elegance. And that's another thing Satan loves to do. Satan loves to make wickedness sophisticated. It's modern. That's why that Bible and stuff, that's old. That's not modern. We're sophisticated over here. We're liberal. You're stupid. And Satan loves to use their mind game to make you feel like, we have this. We're better than you. You're just silly old stupid people. But it always ends into death and destruction. And that's what he came with Eve. It is be sophisticated, Eve. Be liberated. Eat the apple. And then, next moment, saying, all hell broke loose. You know what I'm saying? No woman assembly was complete without the leopard. This is a big thing to understand. They're making a bold statement here. That means when this thing started coming, women longed for this. They said, no woman assembly, she gotta have some leopard in there. She gotta have some leopard in it. Whether she's getting it from Goodwill, Christian Dior, it gotta be in there. In the 60s, saw a whole new revelation spawned by the hippie movement as a new place of exotic animal patterns, which were emulated on printed patterns for popular women's apparel in different new rebellious colors. There you go. That leopard is coming to rebellion. So this is what I'm talking about. You gotta be careful what you wear, because whether you want the spirit or not, it's coming with it. And all these women look rebellious. You can just look at them. The rebellion. I don't see nobody about to get a home cooked meal right here. I don't see it. If you see it, you tell me. Somebody about to rear up children very well. I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Colors. The concept to be wild and free-like and easy rider. The danger sides of animal print appeared in the 1970s punk rock movement. Boy, so we went from the 40s to the 50s to the 60s to the 70s, and now we're in the punk rock stage. And that's a very rebellious phase, the punk rock. Y'all are old enough to remember that the punk rock movement brought about the leopard print accents and torn cheetah print stockings. So it was just that. And that's another thing Satan likes to do. He likes to, there's fashion stuff, like the homeless stuff, the cut jeans and all that stuff. Satan just want to make you just look defiled. That's not cool, but Satan likes to rip your clothes and make you look like a bum and call it fashion. No, this is fashion. This is sophisticated. You wouldn't understand this. And then put $5,000 for this stuff, some ripped jeans. You know what I'm saying? But that's Satan.
Right.
And Satan's winning with this stuff. Cheetah print, rebellious music paired with the wild equals chic, sexy, and dangerous. There you go again, sexy and dangerous. The 70s also brought about nightgowns infused with animal prints, teddies, yeah, teddies. I don't know what teddies is.
Lingerie.
Okay, that's an old word for lingerie. Okay. You got them leopard teddies, girl. Where they girl? She tell you the same thing. Put them teddy underwear, teddies on, dear. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Leopard print jumpsuits, bell bottoms, even zebra print platform shoes. So and it should be the end of that. Animal prints will always be sexy, cheap, fun, and dangerous, elegant, adventurous, alluring. See, the words. This is all about beguiling somebody. Alluring, sexy, dangerous. Which most women who don't know no better, they love this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And guys, some guys too. And downright brilliant. As I mentioned before, I am intrigued by animal print. It compels me to show my primal side, the beast.
The wild side.
The beast. And everybody in here, it's a daily battle with the beast. With Paul, he said, I die daily. They're embracing the beast. The beast is the freak. You know what I'm saying? So when the beast come out, the freaks come out at night. Dun. Well, you know what I'm saying? They just let you know that's the prime time because they love the dark. The children are the children of the light and the children of the dark. When venturing out on town, it never goes out of style. And this coming fall, I think this was written like a couple years ago. And this coming fall, it will be the hottest trend. So this stuff is never going nowhere. This stuff is 80 years strong, and that's for a reason. Because Satan wants you to be the beast. The last part of this, and y'all know Madonna. She's a tremendous whore for Satan. If animal print, huh? Yes, this is the imperious whore. This is not a normal whore. This is the imperious whore. That's Ezekiel chapter 16. She does things that normal whores would not do. If animal print, huh? You don't know Madonna?
Yeah, I heard that.
Oh,
Beyonce's trying to take a spot.
Yeah, she's imperious whore too. If animal print isn't enough, then get some animal print with jewelry. So it's on jewelry, stone, adoring. Now this is exciting. Jackie once said, this is somebody who once said something about this. My weakness is wearing too much leopard print. Why? Because it's the spirit that's coming on it. Like again, just because you don't know it, don't mean it's not going to be there. I've been best friends with the devil for 30 years. It's always there. I didn't know. I couldn't see it. I was blind. You know what I'm saying? And that's the trouble when you don't go into the scriptures and have a relationship with Yah through Yahushua Mashiach. You're blind.
Right.
You was right next to the devil,
right.
and I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Come on now.
Okay. Out of here. And touch on the Shanti thing. So let me touch a little stuff that I couldn't touch on last night. All right. The cult of the leopard is wildly. This goes back to the heathen custom. You know what I'm saying? Again, the scriptures say, take none of the heathen ways. You know what I'm saying? This is the heathen custom of wearing the leopard. It's not of a Hebrew Israelite aspect, and any stranger that is joined to the Hebrews and worshiping Yah through Yahushua. This is a custom of the heathens that the Most High is not promoting, and He said, leave alone. It's not when you go into the heathen atmosphere, it's your custom, which is Yah's custom, that is supposed to overpower. It's not their custom that's supposed to overpower. And that's what happened with Zion. Every time they went into the Gentiles area, they was like, ooh, what y'all doing? Let me engulf myself with your customs when it was supposed to be reversed.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all put that rat down. We got some chicken over here. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, because that's what the scriptures say. 10 Gentiles will take the hymn of him that is a Jew, and they would ask him, hey, take us to Yah. We know you know him. you're supposed to teach them. They're not supposed to teach you wickedness. You're supposed to teach them righteousness. All right. Absolutely. Basically, the managers too. Spread out. The coat of the leopard is widely found in West Africa, a Hamite region. Among the Ashanti people, pay attention to the Ashanti, like I was saying yesterday. I'm able to do it today. The Ashanti people, a man who kills one is liable to be put to death. So they held the leopard in such high regard that if you kill one, that's a death penalty, capital punishment. No leopard skin may be exposed to view, but a stiff stuffed leopard is worshipped. On the Gold Coast, a leopard hunter who has killed his victim must beshmear, I guess that's imitate. I've got to look up what that word means, but I guess it's more so imitate the animal once you kill it. Must besmear himself so as to look like a leopard and imitate its movement. So once you kill the leopard, you got to do like a ritual to, invoke the spirit of the leopard, and that was in touch on that a little bit in the Aztecs and the Native Americans when they were here, and the Opi people. A lot of these people, they would worship the leopard and do that. I'm not going to touch too much on the Aztec, but the priests, they would wear a leopard garment before they chopping people's head off to sacrifice to Satan. So it's all good. Just right down the street. I'm serious. Okay. And that's a good thing about knowing this history. What these things are attached to wickedness. So why are you wearing it? But if you don't know no better,
wickedness is a spirit attached to different spirits from generation to generation. Spirits are still here.
And if you don't know this, well, the Aztec priests wore a leopard during sacrificing. You'll be like, this leopard's not a big deal. But once you're like, whoa, they wore that during the ritual. The Ashanti people, they're sacrificing themselves, acting like this, and you got this. Like, whoa, let me just, your white shirt, a Hanes white shirt, and no leopard. In ancient Egypt, the first known cat-headed deity was Mafdet. She was regarded as protector of the pharaoh's chambers against snakes, scorpions, and evil. She was often depicted with a head of a leopard. Mummifying small cats grew in popularity during the late period of ancient Egypt from 664 BC until the 4th century AD. Cat mummies were used for votive offerings. I forgot what that means, but some offering to the wicked gods. To the deity Baset. Hundreds of thousands of cat mummies were excavated at cat cemeteries. So it's a big thing. It take a long time to kill hundreds of thousands of cats. So they was really into this cat worship, and the same spirit is still here to this day. And this is in Egypt, So, and we're not supposed to. When we left out of Egypt, y'all said don't take none of the ways of Egypt. I know you've been there, you've seen some weird stuff, but leave it there. I'm gonna take you through the river. I'm gonna take you through I'm gonna part the sea. You don't get washed. Don't bring none of that here. Right. Zion couldn't shake that. Couldn't shake it, man. Man, I need to stuff a cat. You know what I'm saying? Like, and best believe me, Zion was doing this stuff, man. He just couldn't shake it. In Mesoamerica, the jaguar. This goes to the Aztec. The jaguar was revered as a symbol of fertility and a warriorship. So it's violent too. Remember we was talking about in the scriptures too. When I got to this very violent spirit, it's ready to kill. You know what I'm saying? The Aztecs, Maya, and Olmecs, and had an important role in shamanism. I guess that's a priesthood or something like that. Yeah, shamanism. There you go. Which is the priesthood of the Gentiles. And this is just some pictures of Ashanti that we can. That's when the computer started messing up yesterday. Well, not the computer. Yeah, it was a computer. This is Ashanti, and you see that she's wearing. Let me bring this down.
She ain't wearing nothing up top.
Well, she's wearing stuff, but I'm talking about what she's wearing. You can see that she's wearing the leopard print inside her garment. You know what I'm saying? Inwardly, Yeah. And this is a famous singer right here. And look at the back of this. It's a woman of private regions, and this is the stuff that she's singing some perverse song in front of. And her name is Ashanti, just like the Ashanti people who worship the leopard. You know, and she has a infatuation with this stuff. You know, it's a wicked woman, and a lot of guys, you know, they have no power against this woman. Not nothing. A big 300-pound guy mentioned 500 pounds. Call them mean dogs. They'll fight that person to the death. But her, I'm helpless. I'm helpless. You helpless again. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's that Proverbs 7 woman. You know,
I don't want to hit a woman.
This ain't no woman. This is a beast. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like reading scriptures. A lot of, you know, like a whore got burnt. Especially if she was a daughter of a priest. She had to go up in flames. She had to leave out of here burnt.
Yeah, the what? Like they put the one
Jezebel
in the streets and let the dogs eat.
Jezebel.
Put her parts in the street, killed her, put her in the street.
That's right. So, you know, this whole thing about whoredom, you know, well, Martin, look at this right here. How cute is this, huh? You got a leopard colorful pants on, just ready to eat you. You know what I'm saying? Got that leopard spirit ready to devour you, man. I know, but look at what she has, the spirit. People, you know what I'm saying? They wear what's manifesting within them. So they letting you know a killer's in here. That's what she's letting you know. I'm a killer. You know, that poor dog. That poor dog. You know, the scriptures you say, even the animals, that's in Job 2, even the animals mourn when the wicked are in rule. That dog does not look happy. You know, again, over and over with the leopard, over and over and over again with the leopard. So I just want to point that out. I thought that was unique that her name is Ashanti, and just like the Ashanti people spelled exactly the same, that she has this leopard infatuation with her.
So Ashanti people worship.
Yeah, I just read it.
Okay.
They that's where it come from. The Ashanti, that's one part of it come from the Ashanti people. They would worship the leopard, you know, make sacrifices to the leopard, and if you killed the leopard, they would put you to death. That's how much it was worshipped. And then, so when I'm looking at that again, all this stuff came from me for Yah, you know, when I was just for the past couple weeks, for at least I think 4 weeks, you know, I would just look up, I see leopard. Look up, see leopard. Go to the store in line, leopard. I'm like, why am I keep seeing this? It wouldn't stop. I'm like, man, we'll do a lesson on this. Another week went by. Man, it's like, y'all just keep it on my mind. Look into this. You know, it's on children, little girls, women. I mean, it's everywhere. I'm like, hey. So you know what I'm talking about? It's everywhere.
I see Eartha Kitt on there.
That whore's on there too. And Eartha Kitt was a whore. She was a whore for Satan. And, you know, I make no, because they all got to go somewhere to start. And she was more so the elegant whore. You know, the seductive whore. Right now, the women, you know what I'm saying, a lot of the women are just outright this vulgar whores, you know what I'm saying? This vulgar. They have no, you know, they have no seductivity like Eartha Kitt character. They're just blown out, you know what I'm saying? Because Satan had to start with something like this, you know what I'm saying, subtle whore.
To get it in through mainstream, man. Mainstream.
So he's going to look at a few of these pictures. You know, I'm just giving you an idea of stuff. This is a rapper named Eve. You know, she even got the cat paws on her breast. Her name is, ain't that something? Her name is Eve. Yeah. She's a rapper, a famous rapper. And you know, she even got the cat paws on her breast, where she's letting you know what's inside of her. The devil's in me. And anybody who's foolish enough to try me, you know, that's Proverbs chapter 7. I will lead you to hell.
Straight to the hell.
This is
death to hell.
Yeah, this is a little girl birthday party. You know what I'm saying? They having a Cheetahs party. Then the Eartha Kitt woman right there, Tarzan, another woman with stuff on there right now, and it'd be very seductive. You know what I'm saying? And then that's another person with that dog thing, but that's she's married to Carmelo Anthony. That's I think her name is Lala. Ain't that sending you a lullaby? Lullaby to death. These names be funny. Killing. Look at her shoes. She got the Rottweiler on her thing. The beast. She's letting you know what's inside of her, and she's walking. You know, with the instead of what it is. Let your armor be truth. Your shoes be truth. The salvation, the breastplate of salvation. Yeah, they got their armor too. I don't know if the book of Satan. Let your shoes be the beast. Let your breastplate be death. You know what I'm saying? So they have a version of theirs too that they like to use. And this is a famous woman right there too. This is a Tarzan movie. I thought
Johnny Wiseman.
I don't know. But this was from like This is from 1940, and it's Tarzan and the Leopard woman. So his adversary here was the Leopard woman. And check out what this says. This is from the 1940s. This was black and white. Her eyes promise love. Her lips snare death. They've been telling everybody. That's why I like going in history and building it up. And you see how filthy it is now. Man, this Proverbs 7 woman, this beast is. She's been ready to kill you, and she did try to kill Tarzan in this movie too. But, you know what I'm saying? She was unsuccessful, obviously.
That's a blue movie. I didn't get a chance to see that.
Yeah.
I didn't know Tarzan had a rival, man.
Mm-hmm. And this is I don't know if y'all know anything about Wendy Williams. This is very, she likes to do this stuff, and I was looking at this stuff, and she was interviewing a whole bunch of homosexuals, and then the people, this is leopard. One the screen turned over, another woman had leopard on. You know what I'm saying? She just having a fun time here, laughing in her death, boy. And look at her, winking of the eye. And the scriptures say, them that winketh the eye against me. That's in the book of Psalms. So that whole winking spirit, that's a Satan spirit. Somebody always winking at you, good luck to you. That's the spirit of Satan. You know what I'm saying? That's the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? All right. And some people say she's a man too.
She is a man.
That's Wendy Williams. Some people say she a man. She do look like a man though. Very.
You can find people that look that big.
Yeah, but you gotta remember that transgender movement too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Satan. You know what I'm saying? In a couple of years, she probably gonna say I've been a man and whatnot. But it's a few. I need to do this. Do it better. Yeah. Just want to show y'all. This is young girls. This is a picture no more than 2 years old right here. You know what I'm saying? That spirit is still here, and these are young girls that are being captivated by the spirit. Obviously, Earthly Kid. Seductive got the leopard right there. This woman got a leopard. She's wearing leopard, and she got it tatted on her. You know what I'm saying? This is why I kind of edit this. This is somebody's derriere that she has a leopard tatted on her derriere. She's wearing leopard. Leopard. That was that Wendy Williams.
Just a whole tattoo.
On the woman's derriere?
No, her breast. Was that?
No, that was a shirt. That was a shirt.
That's not tattoo.
No, that's a shirt.
Oh, okay.
I would probably edit that one if it was. This stuff everywhere. Every time I was just looking at this stuff, man. This leopard back there in the background, and these are all different shows. She's wearing leopard today. Leopard. And she's a big proponent of the homosexual community. So you know what I'm saying? So I'm just connecting the wickedness of the leopard, what it's connected to. And this is I thought this was interesting too. This is a guy, they play with snakes down in one of those Tennessee states, one of those states.
Tennessee.
Yeah, but they talking about, they do the snake doctrine where, no serpent will bite me. And
there's some here in like northern North Carolina.
Yeah, it's big in these parts. The Bible Belt scripture. That verse is completely taken out of context. That's accidental. You bump into a viper and it bites you. Okay, not going play with vipers. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, who?
That's foolishness.
And that's the miseducation, because what I'm saying, foolish people are teaching these people. But he got bitten by a snake in this episode. But when I see, this is his wife. This is a pastor's wife. Got her leopard satin gown on. I was like, what? And the pastor, he too worried about getting bit by snakes to even see he got another snake in his house too. Even though he got snake, I'm talking about, this is one aspect of a spirit that's in the house. He got spirits on him too. You know what I'm saying?
He got a devil in his house.
And your wife could pick on like, dear, why are you wearing that? Or vice versa. The husband like, dear, you shouldn't be wearing this. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not educated in this stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you ain't gonna get it.
They playing with snakes, they ain't not educated.
Yeah, if you playing with snakes, man, you ain't got no good sense. And this is and this is a leopard. She was in a strip club. They got leopard. This is a strip club, and she got leopard prints, and you know some of the things that in this the lyrics in this song was you know, blank your white horse and your carriage. Blank your white. You know how it is a women have a fantasy about a white horse and a carriage, my Prince Charming. The leopard beast woman says blank your white horse and carriage.
So she got something else in mind.
You know what I'm saying? Because she the devil. She don't want that. A Proverbs 31 woman does not want the same thing as a Proverbs 7 woman, vice versa. These are two different beings, want two different things. The Proverbs 31 woman wants that a horse and white carriage, that promise. The Proverbs 7 woman, she wants death and misery, the Bonnie and Clyde experience. You know what I'm saying? And she actually killed her partner or whatever he was in here. She shot him in the head. This is a music video. You know, it's other movies. I was just showing this. You know, this group is called the Pussycat Dolls. This is a famous group, and she had on Leopard right here, and it says, "I don't need a man." You know what I'm saying? They're letting you know the beast within. You know, in idiot males, because they're not a lot of males just idiots. You know what I'm saying? Just defenseless to them. You know, I've seen women just degrade males, but they're attractive. And look, man, I can't get nothing like this nowhere else. Shut up. Look, the sex is outstanding, and that's what it's all about. That look, you know what I'm saying? The sex is outstanding. You know what I'm saying? She does things. She turns me out, and you know, and these women who got these spirits on them, you know, they just can do whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of males are just, you know, one-track mind, lust. You know, leopard glasses, and y'all probably remember him. He was on Disney. Oh, I forgot his name. He was on the Disney character quite some time. But
I've never seen him.
Yeah, and I thought this was odd too. This is ex-Pope's heart. There's a heart in here. Yeah, I forgot the ex-Pope name, but no, he's not a Pope. He's a saint. He was deemed a saint by the Pope, and so they take his heart throughout the parishes and let the people touch it and pray because they feel that it gives them special powers.
That's what they do? The saints?
That's somebody's heart.
I know, but all the saints they do to each other's hearts.
Well, I don't know about that. But this particular saint, they preserved his heart. But when I was looking at this is the spirit. That's what I'm telling you. Y'all just keep showing me this stuff. When I'm looking at this and look, what's on there? A leopard printed tablet. Somebody got. I'm like, yeah, it's everywhere. Man, these people are perverted, boy.
That look like New York or Baltimore or something.
Yeah, some city state, some upper northern state. You know, look at this woman. You know, this is Nicki Minaj. She's a famous rapper. She got the printed on. She got it tatted on her. She's wearing it. She's walking it. They love it. This is Katy Perry. She's a very famous. Billions of views on YouTube. Billions. And she's doing the devil's horns. And she's full out cat. You know, they love this leopard. So y'all should probably already know him. You know, Ron Jeremy, I think his name is. He's a famous porn actor.
Well, I ain't know.
I ain't saying you got a white porn. I mean, this is everybody.
No, I'm saying I haven't heard of him.
Oh well, he's a very famous porn.
In the 70s and 80s.
He's basically like a foundational porn person for porn. He was one of the people who laid the foundation for porn in the 70s.
Kind of brought it to Main Street.
There you go. And you know, and I thought this woman was called Little Mama. But check out this. And when this cat goddess spirit comes along, this also comes with it. That the feminizing the males, that comes along with it, because there's only one person who's going to be in charge here, and it's the leopard. It's the Satan dominant female spirit. And in order for that spirit to rule, the male must be effeminate. Yeah, you have to be a quote-unquote punk. You know, this is everywhere, and that's her again. This everywhere wearing it. Leopard. Inside, and this says on here, it says don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? This is on top. This was a famous song by the Pussycat Dolls too.
Oh, they sang that.
The Pussycat Dolls. Check that out.
I heard the song about once.
It's a very famous. It got hundreds of millions. It got millions and millions of views. You know what I'm saying? It came out in the early 2000s, but you know.
But it was on the TV program.
Yeah, they had a music video to it, but you know, I'm just pointing this out. You know what I'm saying? She's got the "Don't you wish your Proverbs 31 woman was hot like me, lewd as me." You know what I'm saying? Because if a male doesn't have a solid foundation standard in what he's looking for, women like this could just take him straight, like Samson. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, they are attractive, they are sexual, but you have to be strong enough to look here, whore. You know what I'm saying? You know, this Proverbs 7, lead me to hell. And she's trying to pervert. And think about the good women who like, I can't get a man, so I'm going to start living this life because all the men want this. You know what I'm saying? And Satan like, yeah, get him. You know, she got the paws, and then, you know, I thought this was interesting. She got like a tour matted type of cat shirt. It was on her shirt. Savage. With the cat paws right on there. I had to blur some of this out. She do have on underwear, but they're just so small it's edited out. Serena with this whore here. This whore. And Serena really is a whore. She crashed somebody's wedding in a leopard bathing suit. You know what I'm saying? Like this.
And that man is getting married, and she is there.
That's what I'm saying. And
what is she trying to do? Entice him? And
this woman is very full figured. Some people say she a man too, but she has a very full figured body. And she dressed like that. You know what I'm saying, you can't ignore this, you know, especially if you're a male, you know, in the world, you know, you're going to be looking at her. I mean, Serena Williams is very well proportioned. You gotta try to, you know, if you in the world, you gotta, oh man, why are you here? Why are you here? Why, kid, you gotta, you know, because you don't want, because once you look, she caught you. Yeah. You're gonna be thinking about that on the wedding night. Oh man, but did you see that, yo? Because it don't leave one. I remember when I was in art class, I think I was in 11th grade, and one of the art teacher, he was an older fellow. He said, man, see, the problem with these women, they don't leave nothing to the imagination. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing to think about. Man, I wonder how she look, you know what I'm saying? Because it's already out there.
Right.
And once, you know, you look on that stuff and you got a, you know, lust issue or in the world, you know, that's in your mind.
It's in your
like,
mind.
Man,
that's
you're lusting after her.
That's what Satan hitting your mind like that. And that's what Satan will use every time now in your mind. Going, bloop, bloop,
that's right. You remember how big, you remember how
what you think? Bloop, bloop.
You remember how attractive she looked?
Satan be like, here, Satan be going.
And that's right, you know, you remember how good she looked, and man, most guys, you know, a lot of guys can't take that, man.
You know what I'm saying? That's what Satan wants.
Satan getting it too. Okay, and this is just a depiction like when you put on the this foreign covering. This is somebody with a cat coat, and you see the foolishness of him. I'm just pointing.
Look at him, man. He looks like gay.
I don't even think he's necessarily homosexual, but it's just
cheap pimp.
It's when you put on these coverings, it changes you. Now, when these people go back and say, man, these black people just foolish. This foolish. Look at this. You guess what I seen today on the brink? Another N-word just being another N-word. Because, like the scriptures say, they put on, and I talked about that last night, they put a covering on, but it's not of me, Yah is saying. When you put a covering on something that's not of Yah, it's going to manifest through you. You know why they're so stupid? Because they're wearing something that's not of Yah. I just wanted to point that out also, you know what I'm saying? The foolishness that comes with this, you know what I'm saying? You got these women calling themselves savages, you got these foolish males doing this stuff.
Calling themselves women.
You know, acting just completely foolish. You know, and I want to get, you know, very detailed. I want to get this very detailed, you know, before we go to the rest of the scriptures, to really ingrain this in y'all mind, like, you know, how deep this stuff is, you know. And this is just some lingerie stuff that when I was looking up also. Let me pull this down. Yeah. So, anybody who knows anything about Google, when you Google something, it gives you the search results of like how common it is for somebody to search something. So, you type in apples, it might say, it's about 9 million searches. If you type in a Bible, it's 2 million searches. So, when the more something is the more popular people are looking for it. So this is just some the beast lingerie type stuff. So this is snake lingerie. There's over 87 million search results for snake lingerie. Zebra. The main couple three is zebra, which is on the lower end. People do wear that, but it's mainly leopard print and snake skin, and sometimes giraffe. Those are the main four. But zebra and giraffe, they're more so on the lower end. Snake and leopard, those are the two prominent ones by leaps and bounds. So the zebra one is low. This is leopard, 70 million. All these women and males, looking for this leopard, this beast lingerie to wear and to sport one another. This is Amazon. This is that's kind of fuzzy, but there's over 3,000 products for leopard underwear and lingerie. Snake. So on Amazon, the leopard is by far more popular. There's only about 200 and something snake lingerie, while there's over 3,000 leopard lingerie items that you can buy. So Walmart too is on Walmart too and everywhere. And this is a website when I was looking, when y'all was just showing me this stuff. He's like, he brought me to this website, and this website is called Rebellious. They up in here selling leopard, and this is a female's lingerie website, and they associate their website and their products with rebellion. And you wonder why so many women are having issues with submitting to their husbands, because you're in the word with her, but she's up in there wearing foreign garments that have spirits already, cursed items, just like we was reading on Torah study about Achan. He brought that cursed object into the congregation, and it will affect whether you want it to or not. And you bring cursed things, and you wonder why does she keep doing this, or et cetera, or vice versa. The male too is because it's what you're putting on yourself, whether you know it or not. So I was showing y'all that these are very highly searched out terms and whatnot, that very popular in lingerie. One of the main. I'm sure y'all familiar with that. I'm sure y'all done seen a pair of lingerie leopard things in y'all day. What I'm saying, and whatnot. It later. So when I was looking up that, y'all was like, he sent me somewhere. I was looking up history of fabrics, and they was like satin. I was like, satin. Satin sounds like Satan. Just like that food. You remember that vegan food, Satan? I was like, Satan sounds like Satan. So when I started looking up the fabric, satin, I was like, man, it sounds so like Satan. And when I'm looking up the history, the understanding of this is, I'll read you the definition, some of it. Satin is a weave that typically has a glossy surface and a dull back. Isn't that Satan? The front of it is glossy, wonderful, but once it turns around, putrid, nasty. I'm being more offensive words, but it's dull in the back. And the fabric that is glossy on the front and dull in the back is called satin, Satan. This is another fabric women and a good number of males like, that satin, that smooth feel. You know what I'm saying? So anybody who's wearing anything satin, I would, you might want to pray on it. I'm just saying, this sounds a whole lot like Satan. Satin, and it's glossy on the front, dull in the back. A satin fabric tends to have a high luster due to the high number of fossil on the fabric. This is popular in women's lingerie, nightgowns, blouses, and evening gowns, and bed sheets. So it's everywhere. Just like the proverb woman says, you know, she had that fine silk from Egypt, that tapestry that she put on her bed. A lot of women got these type of sheets on their beds too. Some of them full out leopard and satin. And males too. You know, the whoremongers, they know how to treat. They know what the women like. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ever watch a woman get seduced on a movie? They got the satin on there. They got all this stuff setting the mood for her and whatnot. Let me see. Yeah, that's that. And this led me to something else. So there's a superhero. This is an old comic book from the I think it's 60s or 70s. Justice League, yeah, it's from the 1960s or 70s, and they were in this episode. You know, I'm not going to read it, but they was in this episode. They were fighting a woman called Satin Satan. This is a comic book character that is called Satin Satan. This is stuff, you know, this is more so y'all